Nick Hausman here from WrestleZone Radio, reminding you that all of WrestleZone TV's C2E2 coverage is proudly brought to you by Filsinger Games. If you're a pro wrestling fan and you love card and dice games, then you need to head over to FilsingerGames.com, use the promo code WrestleZone to get 20% off your official Filsinger Games Starter Kit. That's right, Filsinger Games Starter Kit includes cards from Kevin Steen, Bryan Danielson, Macho Man Randy Savage, and many, many more. Again, that's FilsingerGames.com. Use the promo code WrestleZone to get 20% off your official Filsinger Games Starter Kit pack.
Like, a lot of people will read a first issue of a comic book and kind of judge it based on that, but like mine is, it's such an all-encompassing story that you got to get past the first issue before it really picks up and gets interesting. I'm laying the groundwork here.
Something bigger along the lines.
Yes, yeah, something much bigger.
Did you draw inspiration from anything? Like, do you try to like stay away from the movie as much as possible? Different series? Like, what do you look to when you draw the character out for like? As
well,
far
the
as
interesting
comics?
thing about me and Drax is I didn't really have like the Drax that I knew and I grew up with was like the Jim Starlin Drax, like stupid Hulk-like. You know what I mean? So the newer Drax, Guardians of the Galaxy Drax, is like completely foreign to me. But I think that's good, because I'm not really kind of stripping the character down and going somewhere new with it. I'm doing a couple of little different things and trying to expand the character beyond I'm Drax and I can smash things.
Give him a little personality along the way.
A little bit.
Okay. How long does that process take you? Like, when you're at home, it's like, whatever, when I can get to it, I can get to it. Because you have a busy lifestyle, obviously. You're doing a lot of training. You wake up, I don't know what you do, chin-ups, anything else. But, like, what time do you put aside? Like, this is Drax time. This is the writing time.
It's really kind of on my editors. You know, sometimes I'm waiting for, like, an outline. Sometimes I'm on the phone with Cullen Bunn, who is my co-writer. Or maybe I'm his co-writer. I don't really know. I mean, he writes, like, 16 titles a month. I don't know how he does it.
Amazing.
I'm like doing this one, and I'm
sweating.
Like sweating. Yeah, I'm like, and he's just like whatever. So, they've been super great. The story's all me, you know. But now, since we just finished issue 7, I think.
Okay.
Like, we're working with the artists, and me and Cullen are bouncing ideas back and forth, and it's become much more of a collaboration instead of just me putting an idea down on the page and him kind of dissecting it.
That has to make it a new experience for you, I think, though, at C2E2, because if you're showing up as, like, let's say a fan of comics before, now you're one of the ones who's writing it. Do you take on, like, maybe a mentorship role, or, like, are you always still learning? Like, do you approach other comic writers that you see here and say, hey, what do you think about this? Or they say, hey, I've read this looks really good, try this.
If I talk to one, I definitely would ask that, and I kind of use it in my martial arts life, too. Like, anybody that I roll with or box with, spar with, I'm just always like, teach me something, because I can learn something from everybody. You know, everybody in this audience here can teach me something that I don't know, and you know, vice versa. And I think a lot of people in the world limit themselves and don't do that. I'm open to all kinds of ideas. I think people in general can be a little bit more closed-minded, and I know I was in the past about new ideas and about thinking you know everything, and I'm much more open to everything now.
What keeps you from being overwhelmed? Like, when you're at home or you're out and about anywhere else, you have to learn different grapples. You have to learn about future opponents, maybe new styles that you're trying out of BJJ, and now you have writing to focus on too, and the character and the history. Like, how do you not get overwhelmed? Is it just the tea? Is there more to it than just like not letting it, you know, cement down on you the entire time?
Yeah, I don't really think about it, and to me, as long as I'm moving forward, that's the direction you got to go. So it's really like. It's one foot in front of the other. Sure. I don't get bogged down. You know, tomorrow's always a new day. Whatever I sucked at today, I'll be better at tomorrow.
It's a positive outlook. I like that.
I try.